Hello, and thanks for joining me today. So, today we are doing a Rapunzel inspired look from Tangled. And when I say inspired, I mean I took reference images and I tried to match them as closely as I could. Um, you can use this for a cosplay look or even just a go to work around the house look. Um, or, if you're in high school and you want to wear makeup but you don't want to be too out there, this is a great look for that. I really love this look. I think it looks great. Very, very simple, very easy to accomplish. So yeah, let's dive right in. So I'm going to start out by doing my eyes. And Rapunzel is, in the original fairy tale, very, very young. And they kept her very young and youthful and Tangled. And so, I'm sorry guys, I don't know why I look so tired. So I'm going to start out by doing my eyebrows, and I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil, and this one is in taupe. And I'm first going to take the spoolie and brush up my brows, up, and then I'm going to take the pencil end and just sketch where I want that brow line to come. And I have my reference image, and her brows are very thin, so I'm not going to do big, thick eyebrows, and actually I'm going to slim my own brows in quite a bit, so I'm actually drawing this line inside where my brows are. I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm not using my actual camera today because I'm not home. I'm using my MacBook's built-in camera. So just draw that line where you want it. And then you're going to take your spoolie again and you're going to brush the brows down. And then I'm going to draw where I want the top of my new brow to be. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush my brows back to their kind of normal shape. So not up, not down, just kind of laying. And then I'm going to take my Kaboom brow gel from Benefit and the little brush that comes with it. And this one is in 1. That's the color. It's 1. It's the lightest or second lightest shade, I think. And I'm just going to fill in my brows with this brow gel. And her brows are fairly dark, but concentrating the dark color towards the center of the brows will make your brows look thinner. So even if you don't have time to do the glue trick, or you don't want to pluck your brows, but you want them to appear thinner, just concentrate the color where you want it. And then take your brow spoolie again. Wrong it. Take your brow spoolie again. Blend that nicely together. And then take a clear brow gel. I'm just using one from Cella that I got in an Etsy bag. And use the brow gel to shape your brows. And doing brows like this when you need to make them thinner, it does work. This is a great technique if you have very light hair like I do, because you can't see, once you get really, really close, you can't see all the little hairs underneath and above from when you don't pluck. And it makes it easier to control. So just let your brow gel dry. And while that's dry, I'm going to go ahead to the eyes. And I'm going to use a very little bit of my concealer as a primer. Because, like I said, I'm not at home and there's some stuff that I forgot. So, just going, put a little bit on my finger, warm that up, pat it on. And like I said, Rapunzel is very young, so she's not wearing a whole bunch of makeup. But she does have some definition on her crease line. So I'm going to take a fluffy brush and Arrogant, which is this first brown color on my palette. And I'm just going to very lightly take that into the crease. And that just warms it up and gives it a bit of warmth and some definition. And then I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush and just blend that out a little bit and help that out some. Then I'm going to take another fluffy brush. Her crease is actually kind of orange in my reference picture, so I'm going to take Secretive, which is this bronzy color. This also gives it a little bit of a princessy shimmer. And just rock that right into the socket too. And that just gives it a little bit more of that warm glow. And then I'm going to take a paddle brush and Tender, which is our lightest color on our palette. And I'm just going to put that on our lid. To help give a little bit of a shine. And bring some bright back to our eyes. And now that our brow gel has dried, I'm going to go back with my concealer, and I'm just putting a very little bit on the back of my hand. And I'm going to take a small synthetic brush. Well, it's not really the smallest synthetic brush I have, but it's a synthetic brush, and it's actually just a paintbrush that I use for various things. And we're just going to line directly under the brow. And you can bring that down if you want to. And this will also act a bit as our highlight. And then right above the brow, and then take it up. This just gives our brows a little more definition and gives a bit more of a sense of just how thin they are. And you can go in with your sponge I'm just using the pointy side and helping blend that concealer out a little bit. So for liner, she doesn't really have eyeliner on because she's still very young. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an angled brush and Brave, which is this darker brown color from my palette. I'm going to use that as my liner. And we're not going to do a wing. She doesn't have a wing. We're just deepening that lash line to help give the illusion of thicker, longer lashes. And then we're going to do the same on the bottom because the brown is really more prominent on her bottom. So we're just going to sweep that color along the bottom lash line, and that already looks like my lashes have more substance to them. So then I'm going to take my Epic mascara, just do a light coat, and an even lighter coat on the bottom lashes. And do a little bit more to the top. And our eyes are done. So her face is really super simple. I'm going to start out by spritzing with my rose water. I love the smell of rose water. I believe every princess should have it. This is the Unique Rose Water Toning Spritz. I use a lot of Unique products. I love Unique. And then I'm going to pat my concealer where I feel I need it. My cheeks are very red. And while sometimes that works, it bothers me. So what I do is I put concealer on the back of my hand, and then I take my sponge, my damp sponge, and with the kind of elongated side of it, just pick up some of my concealer and dab it on. And that just helps so much already dealing with that redness. I'm very red on this side today. I'm not sure why. And then I'm going to take my Unique concealer, which you have to shake, or not concealer, foundation. This is really the only foundation I use anymore, guys, because it's such a great foundation. This is the Touch Mineral Liquid Foundation from Unique in Scarlet, and it's a dropper bottle. And I don't even use a full dropper because it's so great, and it really, you don't need a lot of it. So to apply my foundation, I use the flat part of my sponge and pick it up and just start applying. And I usually start on my cheeks and work from there, just because I like to cover the largest surface of my face first. So my cheeks and my forehead usually get first dibs as far as foundation goes. But I love this foundation, and it's the foundation that I suggest to all my friends, cosplayer or not, because it is just such an amazing full coverage foundation. Don't forget to get your ears. And their foundation is done. So Rapunzel doesn't really have contouring because she is so young and her face is so round and youthful. So I'm just going to take a very, very little bit of my Tarte bronzer and my contour brush, just very, very lightly dust it right here, because in some photos it looks like she does have a little bit, and then others it's practically non-existent. And I'm trying to use my camera as a mirror. And I didn't even put that much on my brush. I'm really just using whatever is on my brush from when I did my makeup yesterday. And then I'm going to use a very little bit of my NYX Liquid Suede lipstick in Passion Rose as my blush. So it's a very bright, vibrant pink lipstick. And I'm just going to do 3 little dots on each of my cheeks. And then I'm going to blend that out with my sponge. You know, she does have very rosy cheeks in a lot of the pictures. And if it seems too bright for you, go back in with your foundation and cover it up. Try to keep it mostly on the apples, but if you need to bring it up a little bit, that's fine too. Because when she gets embarrassed, her blush spreads all the way up and across her nose. So I'm going to dab a little bit on my nose. And then I'm going to take a little bit of foundation to go over that because it is coming through a little brighter than I want it to. But I'm just using a very, very small bit of my foundation because it is such a highly pigmented foundation that if I use any more, it will completely cover it up. And really mostly where I'm going in with that is where the blush got too high. And sometimes re-going over it with your foundation can give it a sense that it is more underneath your skin and it's not just sitting on top. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of a highlight. I have my Urban Decay Afterglow highlighter. My favorite fluffy highlight brush. This one's from Luxie. All princesses need some glow, right? We're just going to highlight that cheekbone. Highlight forehead and down the bridge of our nose. And a little bit on our Cupid's bow. And then her lips are very natural. She really doesn't have a bright, bold lip. Her makeup is a very natural look. So I'm not going to use a lipstick today. I'm just going to go in with my lip liner pencil. This is the Unique Precision Pencil in Plush. So I'm just going in with my Precision Pencil in Plush and filling that in. And then I'm going to brighten it up a little bit with my Posh pencil. I'm just going to use my finger to blend the colors. And you know what? That's not quite doing it for me. So I'm going to take a very little bit of my Liptitude lip stain. I'm just going to dot it right on the center. It's a little brighter than I had originally wanted it, but I think it works nicely because our eyes are so simple. And there you have it, guys. There is our Tangled Rapunzel inspired look. All of my reference images I get from Google, so they're, some of them are great, some of them are a little not, but I think this look came out really well. It's super sweet and simple. You can wear it to school, you can wear it to work. I want to play around with the lip color a little more. I don't have all of my lipsticks here, otherwise I probably would have used something a little different, but I'm all in all really happy with how this look came out. Excuse me. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right there. We're gonna try to put up 2 videos a month, but college is starting next month, and so things may get a little sped up, a little pedaled back. We're gonna try to stick to 2 videos a month, and at least one of those will be a makeup tutorial. So yeah, we've got some great stuff planned for you guys, and I'm super excited. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get notified when we upload a new video. If you've got any questions, comments, concerns, requests, please leave them in the comments below, and I will read them as soon as I see that you have posted them. If you want to hang out with me more, you can follow me on Instagram, friend me on Snapchat, follow my Facebook page, and I think that's it for right now. And I'll have those links down below in the description box. All the products that I used today will be listed down below. And if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to contact me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!